Okay, good evening, or should I say good morning, because it's after midnight. From downtown San Diego, I am currently walking to Santa Fe Depot to ride the first overnight bus route to ever exist, to my knowledge, in San Diego. This is unfortunately not the first trip. That happened a couple weeks ago, but I wasn't able to do it. So we're doing it now, and see you there, and we'll go for a ride together. I kind of feel like an old man these days. Sorry, this is a total tangent, but I used to stay up until 1 or 2 every night, especially when I was in college, just because, I don't know, I didn't like going to bed. And so now, but now that I have a job that requires me to wake up early, I'm kind of tired, and it's only midnight. And so, I don't know, it just makes me feel old. But anyway, we're almost at Santa Fe Depot. There goes the last regularly scheduled MTS bus of the night, I think. No, wait, I'm lying. There's one more at 1 a.m. But anyway, we're not taking that. Okay, so here is Santa Fe Depot. And here on Kettner Boulevard is the layover for the night bus. This is the 910 San Ysidro Express. So as you can imagine, it goes to the San Ysidro border checkpoint with entry to Tijuana, Mexico, and it replaces the southern half of the Blue Line trolley overnight. So it is truly an express bus. It only stops at a few places. It serves all of the trolley stations downtown that are served by the blue and orange lines, as well as the Barrio Logan station just south of downtown, then gets on I-5. It makes, I think, 3 or 4 more stops before ending at the border. So it's a great overnight service if you're commuting to or from Mexico, which is a lot of people here in San Diego, so that can be really useful. And of course, it's great for if you live near one of the transit centers or train stations that it stops at, so that's great as well. So the route does run overnight. This is the first trip, is going to leave just before 12:30 a.m. and it runs until about 4:30, and then the trolley starts again at 5. The last trolley was at midnight, I think. So overall, decent span, and this runs every half hour, which is not too bad for an overnight service. And it runs every day of the week with the same schedule, which is really nice. And so you can go overnight to the border any day you want now, which is really exciting because we didn't have, after that last trolley, you were just out of luck. So this is a really great change to have here. I will note that I live in downtown San Diego, and I could have gotten on pretty close to my apartment, but we're riding the full line tonight, which is exciting. So I walked over. It's not that far. It's a 15-20 minute walk to Santa Fe Depot, which is not bad. It's about just over a mile, I think. But anyway, yeah, we should be leaving in a few minutes, hopefully, if the driver lets us on. Okay, I swear to God. A different bus showed up. Turns out the one I was waiting for was just laying over or something. And so the other one that showed up was in service. And then it just drove away without picking me or the other person waiting up. So you know what? I give up. And I will do this again another week. Because that's ridiculous. And also the point of transit is to pick up the passengers. Kind of doesn't serve much of a purpose if you don't pick up people and carry them on the bus to places. That was really frustrating. So maybe I'll come back in a couple weeks and we will try this again. Hopefully with better results. I'm going home now. Good night. Okay, welcome back to attempting to ride San Diego's first overnight bus service. It has been 2 weeks, well, just about 2 weeks since my failed attempt. I couldn't last weekend, I was in Calgary. But anyway, I am back here now. I'm walking to Santa Fe Depot again. And, yeah, we're gonna try this. Gonna see what happens, and fingers crossed they let me on the bus this time, because that's a good step to riding the bus. So, speaking of buses, there goes the two. Probably the last two, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, it's Friday night. It is, let's see, it's 12:14 a.m. And I'll see you at the train station. Also, another thing is, like, I live near the Gas Lamp Quarter, right? Which is San Diego's, or at least downtown's, main nightlife destination. And, like, that place is busy. Okay, like, there are, on a Friday or Saturday night, it's wild. Like, so busy, so many people, so many bars, clubs, whatever, you know, everyone's out super late. And, like, it's, like, just after midnight now. And the trolley is done. Like, the trolley's out of service. So, with the trolley completely out of service, only the night bus, which I'll explain when we're on it, but doesn't go that many places. Like, I feel like they should just run the trolley overnight, Friday, Saturday nights, do their maintenance the other 5 nights of the week when you don't have so many people trying to ride it at, like, probably 2 in the morning. But what do I know? That's just me. Anyway, almost at Santa Fe Depot. Okay, we are back. Here's a bus. Here's a bunch of people waiting, probably for that bus, because I don't think there's any other ones leaving soon. I might stand corrected, I'll let you know. But yeah, this time I'm hoping I actually get on the bus, go somewhere on it. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. There is a Orange Line train about to go out of service there. That might be the last one of the night. Trolley service ends surprisingly early, like around midnight, like 11:30 midnight. Like, I get they have to do maintenance, but also this is a big city, and there are a lot of people out late. Not right here, obviously, but like in the Gas Lamp and other neighborhoods, people just gotta do things at night. But anyway, hopefully this will leave soon. Okay, made it on the bus this time. It should be leaving in 2 minutes. And we're gonna actually go this time, so that's great. Got a schedule, and the 910 usually uses these rapid buses with these super comfy seats. During the day, these are used usually on the Rapid 235, which is like a freeway express bus. These are great seats. They recline, very comfy. Anyway, it's about an hour all the way down to San Isidro, but we'll see what happens. So we're gonna start by running local along Broadway and downtown, and then down, I forgot the street, 10th, I think, or 11th. No, I forget which one's south. I think 10th goes south. Yeah, anyway. 10th down to the 12th and Imperial Transit Center. And then we'll run through the Barrio Logan neighborhood and then get on I-5. Something I just learned is that this route only stops at the rapid stations between Santa Fe and City College, rather than the local bus stations, which is a little strange for an overnight service. You'd think you'd just want as much coverage as possible, so making all the local stops, but whatever. We're about to enter 12th and Imperial, and it's kind of funny, the bus announcement announced all the transfers, like Blue Line, Orange Line, Green Line, and a few other bus routes. It's kind of funny because none of that's running right now. It won't be for the rest of the night. That's kind of the point of this route, but whatever. This is our last stop in downtown. Okay, leaving downtown now. Probably got about 30 people on board, which is pretty good. Did not expect this to be so busy. I know it's the first trip of the night, but still. So we are zooming. Anyway, I'll let y'all know how it goes, and I'll update you when we get to the freeway. Can't see much, but this is a park in Barrio Logan, very famous park. Anyway, getting on the freeway now. leaving on I-5 South. I think our next stop is in National City. Never mind, we're getting back off. We have another stop. I don't know what neighborhood this is. Maybe this is also Barrio Logan, but anyway. Make a fair number of stops off the freeway, but also spend a lot of time on the freeway. It's pretty interesting. But that's also kind of my main complaint with this route, is that it's an express, but because it's night, none of the local services are running. So unless you happen to live near a transit center, which are all right next to the freeway and therefore don't have a lot of housing, then you're kind of out of luck if you want to take this bus home after being in downtown at night. So that's kind of not super helpful, but what can you do, I guess. Anyway, but still, I am very excited that this route exists, because there was nothing before, and this is certainly better than nothing. National City stop, which is 24th Street Station. No trains running right now, obviously, and also no connecting buses. So, you know, unless you live pretty close to here, you can't use it very well. However, as you can kind of see beyond the train, we're next to I-5. And there's not a lot of housing here, as I explained before. So, you know, really the main use of this bus is if you're going to Mexico. And for that, it's great, because it's pretty fast. It only makes a few stops. So if you're going to Mexico, it's great. And someday, if we have our local routes, or like some of our local routes run overnight, this will be a great trunk service that they can feed into. So, you know, it's not all bad, but for now, could be better. Another train station there that we don't stop at. Stop at just a few of them. I think our next stop will be our, I think, main stop in Chula Vista. I forgot which station it stops at, so we'll find out in a minute. But making good progress. I don't know if we're like early or late or anything. I'll let you know at the next stop though. Okay, we're about to get to our next stop, which is Palomar Street in southern Chula Vista. Looks like we're about like 2-3 minutes late, which makes sense. It took a while to pick everyone up downtown, but it's okay. We have been moving really fast since then. So I don't know. Maybe we'll make it to the border on time. Not that it matters too much. I mean, what else are you gonna do? But anyway, I kind of like the choice of station here, because this is
Palomar Street Trolley Station. To speed up boarding, please exit through the rear doors.
Para acelerar el abordaje, favor de salir por la puerta trasera.
Yeah, leave through the rear doors. Anyway, this makes, I think, out of all the Chula Vista stations, this makes the most sense because it has some amount of housing and stuff around it, and the other ones are basically just like freeway and that's it. So, you know, could be worse. And I'll take this as a win. Anyway, through that, and then we have one more stop before the border after this. Yeah, so there's Palomar Street Station, heading back down to the freeway, and our next stop will be Iris Avenue Station in a few minutes. Bumpy. Anyway, show you when we get there. People here drive way too fast, oh my gosh. Like, I think we're going about 60, 65, and so they must have been going, I don't know, 75, 80. Yeah. Seriously. Just because there's no traffic doesn't mean you can go as fast as you want, but what do I know? That's one of the reasons I don't drive, though. Like, that would be so stressful to be on the road with people going that fast. I don't know. Anyway. The bus announcement was just like, Iris Avenue Transit Center, transfer to the blue line and many bus routes. So I'm like, I don't think you're going to be doing that right now. Anyway, almost there. And this is the last stop before the border. Okay, we're pulling in.
Requested.
Also on the other side. Let me see if I can show it to you. No, I can't. Okay. It's hidden behind the joint there. Anyway. So there is one local bus you could connect to off of this one singular trip. Also, I did lie earlier. This trip used to have an alternative. There used to be a, like, I think 1 a.m. trip on Route 929, which came down here to Iris Avenue and then turned into I think it was 906. It's another local route down to the border. That took a while. It took like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But they eliminated those trips in favor of this. And like, I get that this is much faster if you're going to the border, but they should have honestly kept those for connections, because those serve a lot of neighborhoods. They serve denser parts of Chula Vista, National City, Barrio Logan, and the San Isidro, Otay Mesa East area that just don't have service now overnight. And that was only one trip. After like the 1 a.m. trip, there was nothing. So the later trips of this route didn't replace anything. They were all brand new, which is exciting, but still. Also, if you want to drive for MTS, Transdev is a contractor that runs some of their bus routes, so you can do that. Anyway, off we go. Next stop, San Isidro International Border. We're almost here. The announcement said that they're transferred to the Blue Line and many bus routes, which A, you can't do, but B, many bus routes. There are 2 bus routes that come here during the day. I wouldn't call that many, especially since they're just like, especially since they're just different directions of a loop, like the 906 and 907. One goes clockwise, one goes counterclockwise, so it's kind of silly. But anyway, sorry. We are here. Get off the bus and share my reflections. Okay, here we are. We are right by the border. We're about 5 minutes late, which means we have about 5 minutes until this leaves for downtown again, so I'm going to make sure I get back on before that happens. Anyway, here are the train tracks for the Blue Line station. Y'all have seen me come here during the day before, so anyway. That was really cool. I think that despite the lack of like local service at all, it gets pretty good ridership. We had about 25-30 people on the bus the whole way, which is pretty impressive. The bus runs half-hourly all night, which is pretty great. And it runs the entire time that the trolley isn't running, which is also great. So, honestly, no complaints. And it was really interesting to see the different types of people on the bus. One, a lot of people were, like, talking to each other, which was really cool. Love seeing community on transit. And that's something that, like, I don't see a lot of here in San Diego, just because not a lot of people ride transit down here. So it was nice to see a decently busy bus with people talking to each other and, just existing at 1 in the morning. It's currently 1:23 a.m. and we leave again for downtown at 1:27, probably. Anyway, so yeah, the types of people on the bus. There are a few people who are just on the bus to sleep, and honestly valid. Like, sleeping on buses is so cool, and also, where else are you gonna go? It's way better than sleeping on the street. But no one was loud, no one was bothering each other. It was good. Very peaceful. And then, lots of people traveling as well. We had a couple ons and offs at each of the stops in between, and quite a few people who seem to have walked off towards the border, and a few people getting on now back towards downtown, who look like they might have just come from the border as well. So definitely lots of border traffic. This is I think it's the busiest controlled land border crossing in the Western Hemisphere, something like that. It's insanely busy. San Isidro is wild. Anyway, I'm gonna head back up downtown now and go home and sleep. I'll get there around, 2:30. But yeah, thank you all for following along, and I think that's it. Good night.